Poroshenko.
Victor, how are you? It's Joe.
Very well indeed, Joe. Thank you for the opportunity to talk to you again. That's a great pleasure.
Well, this is an opportunity the President insisted that be made available. Look, I know I appreciate, the quick follow-up call we had last week, but it's really important that we're able to speak secure and ensure that we're on the same page. My team has briefed me in considerable detail on the events that transpired over the weekend of the 6th and the 7th. And as you know, Klimpkin initially shared those details of Ukrainian intelligence operations with our ambassador. But in the end, you're president of Ukraine, and responsibility, with all due respect, rests with you. And we have to be absolutely honest with each other. These actions have left both the president and me a little concerned. And the president is coming back from his vacation. He's convened a meeting next week. And beginning of the week, he wants to discuss ways forward, quote unquote, on Ukraine. And I need to be able to tell him that you've taken all the appropriate steps to avoid this type of incident, because, as you know, we intervened once before this when we learned that your HUR was going to take some action, and we made it clear we didn't support that, and you stood down, and then the next thing, this happens. And so he's, quite frankly, not real happy. And your military intelligence chief received a really clear message several weeks ago regarding our strong disapproval for a proposed sabotage operation against military targets inside and then Russian territory. And I know Crimea is Ukraine, and it's illegally occupied. However, we strongly believe that raising the cost on Russia should only be done via political and diplomatic means, not military and sabotage operations. You have, and I know you've been trying to call Putin. I don't know whether you got him. I noticed today he's in Crimea talking about how the Minsk process is that there's no intention to deal with it, et cetera. And I'm concerned the risk associated with operations like this. I think they far outweigh the benefits, and I think you're already seeing what's going on in Mariupol and what's happened the last couple weeks. But here's what I'm really concerned about, and the president's concerned about. I know you don't have the same connections with the intelligence community in France and Germany, but we're working with the French and the Germans to keep pressure on them to make progress on Minsk, including advocating for a seat at the table. But instances like this, they're going to find out exactly what the hell happened, and it's not what the Russians make it out to be. We know what it was. It's 4 frogmen intercepted, all 4 escaped, and the next night, friendly fire that had nothing to do with you guys, and Putin's trying to make some big deal out of this. But I understand you're sending your foreign minister to Berlin and Paris, but if they find out about this before they're briefed by you, this is going to be a disaster.
Thank you.
That's what I have
Joe.
to say.
Thank you, Joe, for the very straightforward phone conversation. Again, I want to repeat once again that that's happening when I was in my Far East visit. We undertake the important steps which make this situation impossible in future. And the only reason why we do not resign the chief of military intelligence, I hate the idea to do it immediately now, but anybody can interpret that as a recognizing of any responsibility or of any.
I'm not asking you to do that, nor is the president asking you to do that. That's an internal decision you make. You're entitled to make it any way you want. But look, every time the CIA screws up in the United States, it's the president's responsibility.
I fully understand that, Joe. And this is, I just inform you that I made this decision, and they would be done later on. And I provide a very severe internal investigation, and the results would be very quickly. And as a partner, I just inform you that you know that that's happened in a couple of weeks or maybe 1 month's time. But I completely change the system of making decision and instruct Minister of Defense and Chief of General Staff that they also have no rights to approve without the President any type of this operation. This is point number one.
Well, okay.
Absolutely. I have a meeting with the your ambassador. He delivered me this message from President Obama, and I give my answer and message in return that we completely changed the procedure for approving this type of documents, be the criminal responsibility if anything like that happened, and I'm 100% sure that that would be not possible. Point number one. Point number two. We still trying to have a phone conversation with Putin, and he rejected. I think he want to make this so-called Security Council of Russia in Crimea today. I think that's a trolling, because when he appointed this Livanov, Minister of Education, to be a trade representative of Russia, this is nothing serious. This is just a trolling. But in any case, you don't make any new attempt to blame Ukraine with the new names. You killed, you wounded people because they have nobody. Nobody. They don't have anything with this crazy idea to blame Ukrainian in this diversion attack against airport, ports, infrastructural object or anything like that, because this is simply not true. The same way, like we don't open the fire, we don't use the military force.
We know that.
This is absolutely dead end for Putin. And at the end of the day, also because of your trust and your firm position, we create in the world the opinion that we put Crimea back in the agenda. And with that situation, I think Putin loses.
Well, let me tell you right now, Petra, at the moment, I'm worried that you're going to lose short term. I'm worried that you and I both know that both France and Germany and our European friends are looking for an excuse to again always blame Ukraine for whatever's going on. And what he's about is trying to make sure that that they don't force him to have to meet his conditions under Minsk. And I am really worried that, and I have to tell you, the president is, he already thinks I'm a little bit too inclined to always take Crimea's position. Ukraine's position. But this has caused real difficulty here. I don't want to kid you about it, and by the way, I've asked Brennan, the CIA director, to follow up with your intelligence director, including Kondratyuk, to reinforce our strong view that Ukraine's political leadership has to be fully informed in any operations, which you're already doing. But going forward, it's really, I encourage you to continue to keep the rhetoric balanced and consider how your actions are going to be perceived internationally. I mean, you have me, you have the bulk of my team, and but I tell you, it's I am really worried about this.
Look, again, I'm not. First of all, I thank you for these messages. Second, look, again, we are open to you, we are transparent, and we are responsible. So you do not have to think that we can bring any problem to you, because we demonstrate an absolutely responsible behavior, and this neither to the Russian territory nor to the.
No, you didn't. You did not initially.
Now,
whether you knew it or not, whether you knew they were going forward in Crimea or not, and I believe you say you didn't know, okay, I believe it. But we had no idea what you were about to do. It was not fully transparent, and it causes a gigantic problem.
What do you mean? I just confirmed that we plan to act only political diplomatic way.
No, I got that. And from this point on, I get it. I'm just telling you, I don't want you to misunderstand. Look, all I'm doing as a friend is telling you my making my arguments here made a whole hell of a lot harder now. It's a whole lot more difficult for me to make my case.
Why?
For you in this country. And I don't want to sugarcoat it. I continue to do it. We'll get by this, but it cannot come close to happening again.
I guarantee you that this is not happening again. Nothing like that. Not only this, but nothing like that. That's point number one. Point number two. Today, my chief foreign policy advisor, because this is Angela and Francois asked that would be chief foreign policy advisor, not minister, because they wanted that they would be too personal, and they have a meeting in Berlin with the Christoph Heusgen, who is the chief policy advisor of Angela, and with the deputy Audibert, I don't remember, but Francois also sent his trustworthy people, and they have a trilateral meeting, and my Eliseev on the secured line informed me that meeting was very good.
All right, well, that's good.
We present all the intelligence information to them, not only connected with the Crimea, but also with the occupied territory. We deliver information from either from the Far East. We know exactly the names, grade, all the officers and soldiers of the anti-aircraft division, of the assault battalion of the brigade, which move now not on the border with Russia, but on the occupied territory. We give full details about the whole situation, as far as I was informed by Eliseev to Christoph. We discuss also the things with the continuation of Normandy format. We agreed that after my phone conversation, which I have on the 16th of August, and today, on the 19th of August, the legal experts also from Ukraine, Germany, and France are holding the phone conversation. In Berlin, they agreed that on Tuesday next week they will have a phone conversation with Putin, and the message was the following: so don't keep silence. We should insist on the brutal violation, both in the touchline on the east of my country and on the Crimea, which was made by Putin. And we raise up all the question with the security component of the Minsk agreement. We confirm about the political component of the Minsk agreement. We agreed about the presenting of the roadmap, and they said that they got the messages and we should speak one voice, three of us, And they let me know after the phone conversation with Putin on Tuesday the results. Also, I want to inform you that I have a phone conversation with Donald Tusk from European Union, and he promised me to give detailed information to all the leaders of the European Union before Bratislava informal summit during his personal meeting with the leaders of the European Union. And we rise up once again about the importance of the possible meeting in China during G20 summit. They said that they will think about that. We don't have any confirmation about that they're ready to be to guarantee that, but they try to rise up this question, and they think and let me know about that. This would be important both from the political point of view, the demonstration that the Normandy format is still the only way how to settle the Minsk. It would be important that Ukrainian voice, not only Russian Putin voice, would be held here in China. And that also would be important to have some bilateral meeting if it would be possible. And I want to ask you, maybe it would be a good idea if I try to call to President Obama and speak directly to deliver all this information, if you think that would be helpful and positive, because the situation is absolutely under control, and we don't expect anything from the Ukrainian side. We expecting some provocation during celebration of our 25th anniversary of our independence. And that's why my Chief of General Staff now on the touchline, we have a new tactics of Russian for using heavy artillery against my troops, and that's happening during the last 2 weeks, well coordinated with the Putin statement, with the participation of the new drones, new intelligence, and new artillery, and we have risen up the casualties with that situation. And if that would be tonight, he returned back from Berlin because meeting was happening several hours ago, and I have a full and detailed information. But we try to do our best to keep our partners from France and Germany well informed, and to keep the same level of trust. And
well, it's encouraging that they're still weighing in on your side. And by the way, we approached the Germans about us becoming part of the Normandy format. They said no. They wanted to continue to make it parallel, not integrate us into that effort. What that means for China, I'm not quite sure yet. I will be able to give you a better read tomorrow on whether or not you should call the president. He's asked to have lunch with me to discuss this issue. I'm having lunch with him tomorrow, and I will get a message to you as to whether I think it's in your interest to call him or not.
That's very good. That's exactly what I'm asking.
But, look, I hope your intelligence service has figured out that any provocation like the one that occurred was going to produce the kind of action you and I predicted would happen. He's doing exactly what you'd think he would do. He's using that as a pretext to significantly increase the carnage in the East. He's used it as a provocation, at a pretext to be able to do exactly what he's doing on the touchline. And we don't need that. You don't need that. So hopefully this will settle. But I just can't tell you. I don't often get phone calls from the president when he's on vacation. And so it'll be reassuring to learn that the meeting with the French and Germans today went as well as you've characterized, and that they are fully informed as to what happened. That was my major concern, that they would react differently. It's good to hear they did not. Over.
Look, I instruct to give advisors the detailized information. And I ask you, does it would be better if you inform them or me? You said that better to send my representative. And then I speak with... Sorry.
If we inform them, it will look like we have in the past known things that we haven't told them. We should not be the one informing them. You should be informing them.
Exactly. And I fully support that. And that's why I called him, have a trilateral conversation with Francois and Angela, agreed that I hate the idea to use even security line to discuss any confidential and sensitive question. And that's why I sent to him my representative. And tomorrow morning I will have all the information about the details of the meeting. And if you call me about the details of the meeting with the lunch with your president, and I will be happy to inform the details on our meeting with in Berlin. But again, I trust them. I want to provide absolutely transparent and open policy. I'm absolutely sure that from the Ukrainian side, we demonstrate absolutely high level of responsibility, and we expecting just a provocation from the Russian side. You shouldn't expect anything wrong from Ukraine. You should trust the same way like you did before, me and the country and the people. And I also see that the Normandy format, they are interested in continue this format. They will call to Putin and they will try to do their best to arrange everything. At the same time, I also request phone conversation with Putin now, after he was in Crimea, and try to renew direct dialogue with the full information of you in details immediately after. But I'm not expecting that would happen immediately now. Frankly speaking, I'm absolutely no. And if we clearing with the security with the Crimea, I want to have also another two questions with your permission.
All right.
First of all, today we finished and I'm happy to say that we reached the zero balance from the private bank of Kolomoisky. We put it on assets on the bank exactly as IMF want, and we request to accelerate the verification mission. We finished verification by our national bank and by our consultant, and I was promised that on Tuesday we will have a mission from IMF to quick verification.
Good.
This is point number one. Point number two, about electronic declaration. Today we have a full evidence that the electronic program was not secured and not ready. And we reached an agreement with the United Nations Development Program and with all the participants. They move all the program detail to our special agency, and I have a meeting with them. I have a confirmation that before end of the month we will have a certified program. They issue the certificate, and we will relaunch exactly as we promised in the draft memorandum electronic declaration. With that situation, we definitely need the board meeting in August or latest first day of September, as I was promised by Christine Lagarde, and also because the situation with the board decision is connected to the loan guarantee, which also should happen in September. And because that was connected with the electronic declaration, we asked that we should have a tranche we were promised in full, $1.7 billion.
They're not going to do 1.7. They'll do $1 billion.
Billion. That was because they want to plan to do it in August, and because we do not launch electronic declaration. Electronic declaration should start after board meeting. Then they put in the condition the bank and move it at the end of the month. We said that, okay, in that situation it would be bank and it would be electronic declaration launching process. With that situation, we have a request that 1.7 we return back to our previous schedule. That would be very important if we can keep the promises from the both sides, because from my point of view we really do enormous work. When the preliminary work for the program, which was out of our control, was done badly, we now take responsibility on us, improve and finish up all the work, and I put the absolutely clear instruction to issue the certificate in August, and the program would be launched in full condition. So I understand that we do that before the board meeting, both verification of the bank and launching system. We do that before the board meeting. And when the board would have in their hands both positions that appeared before they should vote, I think that would be absolutely fair. Then we can have this board decision, and I really count, Joe, on you and support us in this sensitive question.
I'll have to get back to you. I'll have to check with my team.
Good. But I'm happy that, because I was very nervous about the bank, and I'm happy that we make a pressure, bring 32 billion hryvnia assets on the balance of the bank, and finish up this job. So really, this happened today, a couple of hours ago, and I'm really happy that we reach these results.
Good.
Not many people believe in that, believe me.
I don't doubt that. All right.
And in other things, it's just a joke. We released the important documents from the former Regent's Party. As far as I understand, one of the key advisors of Mr. Trump, so-called Paul Manafort, is resigned today.
Yeah, I think he's going back to Russia. I don't know.
And I think that this was a bad idea to take the Yanukovych advisor to the Trump team.
Yeah, I think so too. But there's a lot of bad decisions he's making.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll talk to you at the beginning of the week. All right.
Good, Joe. Thank you very much indeed. And let me know about after meeting after lunch with Obama, and I can share with you the information from Berlin. Maybe we can do that tomorrow, or up to you. Whenever you would be ready, just let me know about that.
All right. Okay. Stay safe. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Joe. Thank you. Слушай, вообще-то,
очень сильно. Ну, видите, это же как-то там и Обама включил.
У них же был никакой новой информации они не получили.
Нет, смотри, они же накачали их информацию. Они же, причем они накачали не только политически, они накачали по социальных этих. Они же понимают, что самое,